Hello dear students, good evening to you all. So today we are going to see the part fifth of the electric charges and field. So in this section we will see the electric field and electric field lines. Okay. So if you have not seen the previous channels, previous videos, you can just check it the previous videos. Okay, so we will start with the electric field. So what is the electric field? Okay, so consider a charge q placed in vacuum at an origin O. Let a charge q be placed at a point P, that is test charge small q be placed at a point P at a distance r from O such that OP equal to R. So here what they are saying, let us consider here the source charge q and it is at the origin O. Okay, and another test charge small q is at a point P. The distance between OP is how much? R. So this is the theory behind this. Okay. Then the charge q will exert force on the small charge q. Okay, small q. Okay. So q is the source charge. It has a field surrounding it, right? And it will have, or it will effect some force, has a force on this point charge q. Okay, because it is very small, so it has its effect on this q according to Coulomb's law. Okay, as per the Coulomb's law, the electric field E, that is vector E, due to a charge at a point in space is defined as the force that a unit positive charge would experience if placed at that point. So what is the definition of the electric field? So this is the definition of the electric field. The electric field E due to the source charge Q is in the space is defined as the force experienced by another unit positive charge due to a source charge, okay, placed at a certain point. So this is the electric field, right? So if I take any charge, whether it is positive charge or negative charge, it has a field surrounding it. Okay, surrounding it, or the space surrounding the charge has a field which has its effect on another charge which comes in the vicinity of this source charge. So that is known as the electric field. This point charge will experience a force of attraction or repulsion due to this source charge. Okay, so this is the electric field. What is the SI unit of electric field? It is Newton per Coulomb. That is okay, N, that is E is equal to F by Q. F by Q, force per unit charge experienced by the charge. So force unit is Newton and the charge unit is Coulomb. So we can write here Newton per Coulomb. Okay. Another unit is volt per meter. Another unit, alternate unit of the electric field is volt per meter. Understood? So now let us see the next one. So now electric field due to a point charge. So we'll see the electric field due to a point charge. Consider the force F, that is F vector F, exerted by the source charge Q on a unit positive charge Q placed at a point P at a distance R. So therefore, so this is the source charge Q. Okay, and here is another test charge small q. The distance between these two, it is at O, this is at P, and the distance between these two is R. Okay, Now force exerted by this charge, source charge on the unit positive charge is, from Coulomb's law we will write, so that is direction is taken. So if it is positive, and if it is negative, it will be attractive force. If it is negative, if they are like charges, then it will be repulsive force. Okay. Now F equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q, capital Q, small q by R square R cap. So R cap is what? Unit vector. It is given by R vector by modulus of R. Okay. Then therefore the electric field is given by E vector E is equal to, we can take in a vector form also. E vector is equal to F by Q. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It was here Q by Q gets cancelled. Here both Q gets cancelled. So what remains is E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q, capital Q by R square. So therefore the electric field is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is electric field due to that individual charge. We are talking about the field of a particular charge, right? So therefore using the Coulomb's law we have Q by R square. Now what is electric field? Force per unit charge. So now Q, small q and capital Q, small q, both in the numerator and denominator gets cancelled here. So what is left out is only the Q, right? Capital Q. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q by R square is the equation of the electric field due to a point charge. Okay. Now E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So as I have shown here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Okay. Now here Q is what? It is a source. It is known as the source charge, and small q is what? It is known as the test charge, which experiences the effect of the source charge. Okay. Effect means the force, attractive force or repulsive force. So therefore, while applying for electric field, the source charge Q must remain at its original position. It should not move here and there. It should be fixed, and the test charge should be very small. So these are the conditions to determine the electric field. And the magnitude of the electric field E depends on the source charge Q. It depends on the magnitude of the source charge Q and the distance between them. So now if the distance is increased, electric field of the source charge decreases, right? If the distance between the point charge and the source charge if the distance between the source charge and the point charge increases, if it increases, electric field decreases. If the R decreases, electric field increases. They are inversely proportional. Okay. Now let us see the field lines of the source charge. So always positive charge will have the field lines outwards, okay, pointing outwards, and the negative charge will be radially inwards. Okay, the negative charge will be inwards and the positive charge will be outwards, the electric field lines. Okay. Now electric field due to system of charges we'll see. Now we have seen the for the individual charge. Now we will see the system of charge. Okay. Now similarly, like force, we have seen the force for between two charges, and also we have seen the superposition principle due to n number of charges. Here also similarly, this is like a superposition principle only applied to n number of charges. Now let us take electric field at any point due to a system of point charges is equal to the vector sum of the electric fields due to individual charges at that point. So if there are so many electric charges in a body, then we have to consider the electric field due to single charge, individual charges. So that is given by algebraic sum of each electric field of the charges. So now let P be a point at a distance r1, r2, r3, rn, so on. Therefore, from the point charge q1, q2, q3, q4 dash dash qn. So there are n number of charges in a system. Then electric field due to q1 at P. Okay, if we consider any point P here, due at this point, what will be the electric field from Q1? What will be the electric field from Q2 at P? Okay, in this manner we have to consider. So from the electric field P due to Q1 at a distance R1. So if we are taking Q1, from P to Q1 will be R1. So that is E1 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 R1 square R1 vector. Whereas R1 is the unit vector. Now let for E2, for Q2 at P is equal to, E2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 square unit vector R2 cap. Okay. So similarly we have to say for Qn at P, En is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by Rn square Rn cap. So therefore E is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E1 vector plus E2 vector plus E3 vector and so on, En vector. Okay. So this will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught common. Okay. Summation of I tending from 1 to n Qi by Ri square Ri cap vector. Okay. So this is the superposition principle for electric field due to n number of charges. Okay. So Q2, for Q2 at P we have E2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 square R2 cap, and so on for Qn equal to Qn at P equal to En 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by Rn square Rn cap. So similarly adding all these, E vector equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus En dash dash En equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught common for all these, and summation of I tending from 1 to n Qi by Ri square Ri cap. So this is the electric field due to the n number of charges. Thank you for watching.